pound greater.
Man, fuck everybody. As fine as she
I'm
was,
in this limousine.
for one, she fine. She
And
got
rich.
bread. Tell me she gonna buy me a club. Man,
I can
girl,
deal
you-
with the crazy stuff.
you better go on back to the Air Force.
I ain't dealing with no crazy.
She wanted to be loved.
That man, nah, bro.
She just wanted to be loved, dog. That's all.
I don't need you coming to my house talking about I don't beat you up.
That's because he did a wrong.
Some shit you just gotta let go.
Hey man, if I'm Martin in that movie, as soon as I showed up to her house and she let me get something too, I ain't never leaving. She ain't worry about coming to my house.
She motherfucking can't.
She ain't worry about coming to my house, but I ain't never leaving. My bad. Are we live now? We live? We on? All right, man. Let's jump into it, bro. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the OG Sports Show. It's your boy Chuck.
Slow motion.
And B.
My bad. We was reminiscing about a thin line between love and hate, but we'll get to it. We got a lot going on this week.
Word
a
up.
whole lot of drama in the NFL and other places. Y'all ready to get into it?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Slow, what did it read, bro?
What the lick read? All right. I don't even know what week we're in. I never do.
20. Woo!
20
You'll never
shows.
know. Come
I
on.
can't believe we should have had some champagne or something for the 20th
Yeah,
show.
20th, 25th, yeah.
But
Damn,
20th.
I ain't drinking this no more. I ain't. This is
we're going to start off with some NBA news.
Cool.
Kyrie Irving.
That's what we starting with?
Yeah. Kyrie Irving said, I'm not getting your vaccination.
Okay.
And the Brooklyn Nets said will stay home.
That's literally how I feel about it. Okay.
I do too, but you want to know the dumbest shit? This motherfucker went to Africa. And you know how many vaccines and shots you got to get to go to fucking
He
Africa?
got at least 20 shots to
and
go
he
to
talking
Africa.
about he don't get the fuck out of here, man.
At least 20 shots.
Hope you don't die.
Y'all just turned me on. I didn't even know he did that. I didn't even know he went to Africa.
Bro,
So I know you got to get shot.
At least 20 shots.
So his credibility is shot then.
I know my brother had to go to Saudi Arabia when he was in the Air Force.
Right.
He got 20 to 25 shots. So
Yeah.
I know to go to Africa is the same, like you said, it's the same thing.
I don't know how many shots I got in basic training.
And he grew up
what's
he grew up in the United States. So you know, as a kid to go to school, he had some shots.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't go to elementary school or middle school without your shots.
You know what? I'm with you. I've gotten to the point now to where you don't want to take it. Cool. I just hope something bad happens to you. It's whatever. That's on you.
I'm gonna tell you what my dad said the other day. My dad, we were talking about folks getting the vaccine and not getting it. My dad said, "You know what? Just die." I was like, "Damn, Pop."
Wow.
He was dead serious.
Oh,
You know, my father was in the military too, so
Right,
he was like,
right,
"If I had to
right,
count,
right.
I can't count how many shots we had to
You
get."
had to take, yeah.
So, and my dad didn't even go nowhere. He didn't have to go to like Korea. He didn't have to go to Saudi Arabia,
Right.
or nothing like that. Because he was
I had to
military,
take extra shots.
right? He was military intelligence, but
Yeah.
so he got to stay home. But he still had to take a ton of shots.
Mhm.
So he ain't trying to hear no crying from nobody about no damn vaccine shot.
Yeah, man. I was watching. I was on the internet. Did y'all see that video popped up of a lady in a school board meeting or whatever?
No.
Which one?
So they're talking about the mask. She's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna talk about the mask. And everybody starts clapping. And she's like, yeah, I'm just, you know.
She was
what?
like, don't even wear a mask. I don't care.
I don't care. Hope your kids don't die. Everybody's like, what? Oh my god.
See, everybody was in there clapping and
Clapping when she
applauding
said,
because they was thinking, I don't even care. You guys don't have to wear a mask. And they were like, oh yeah, they wasn't prepared for the dismount.
Right,
The dismount was, hopefully your kids won't die. I was like, tell them.
Jeez. But
That's just where I'm at with it, man.
yeah, but with Kyrie, man, it is. I would have respected it, not necessarily respected more, but had he just not come out and said or did anything, cool. That's
Yeah, because he's not the only one
right,
that
you're not
hasn't
the only
gotten the
one.
shot.
That's your business,
Right.
Cool. I'm with it, but you're gonna go on IG Live to try to explain some stuff. I'm giving voice to the voiceless. Like,
No, you're not.
no, you're not.
No, you're not, bro. Because people have stated their opinion about it all over the place. Like if you don't want to get it, that's fine. Don't get it. You have that choice. Like I see a lot of people come out like tweeted one of the stupidest tweets I've ever seen in my life. My women can choose what they want for their bodies, but Kyrie can't. Kyrie can choose whatever he wants, and so can the Nets.
You seen I posted that shit on Twitter, but I was like, you comparing a woman choosing to have an abortion to you not taking a shot?
The same way when somebody said that they won't let Kyrie play, but they let Magic play with AIDS.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're not having sex on the court either.
Somebody said, bro, when somebody said Magic down there giving back shots on the court, boy,
right? Like Magic having sex on the court is completely different from Kyrie just breathing on somebody and giving them COVID.
It's an airborne disease. I mean,
yeah, he don't got to get it. It's his choice. The Nets also have a choice whether they want to play him or pay him anymore or not, and they made theirs. So it is what it is. It's to me, it's a moot point. Like we should Kyrie don't want to take it, no problem. Move on, because that's what the Nets are gonna do.
Exactly.
That's what KD
they're gonna have to do.
That's what KD's gonna do. That's what James Harden gonna do. They're gonna move on, and Patty Mills gonna welcome those minutes off the bench to start for Kyrie, and folks gonna move on.
To me, Kyrie, I wouldn't be shocked. I thought he would probably just walk away anyway before all this controversy.
Right.
I mean, basketball is totally not probably in his top.
But he went on IG Live and said it was. Anybody told you I'm quitting, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, they don't know what's going on. Like, bro.
And I commend Kyrie because he's done some great things. Like he bought George Floyd's mother a house. He's paid. I think he donated a bunch of, a couple $1 million to the WNBA. He's paid for some HBC students to go to college. So I commend him. He's a good dude. He's done some great things. Yeah, but I could care less about him not wanting to get his vaccine and him doing his research, whatever the hell his excuses are.
Yeah, like you off the court, I give him all the respect in the world for all the stuff he's done. Right. That nobody probably ever realizes or knows about. But when it comes to this, and this is for him and any other athlete, we don't give a flying fuck. Take it or don't take it. You live with the consequences. Your employer may decide to let you go. You may get sick. You may get really sick. You may pass away. You have to live with that. Leave us alone about it.
I just want to know what was his logic behind the fact that, like I said, in New York, you can't come into any enclosed location without being vaccinated.
Right.
So obviously you can't practice and you can't play in New York. So did he really think they was going to let him be a part-time player and play on the road?
Play on the road.
Apparently.
Or did he think if he pushed enough that they were going to make an exception for just him? Bro, they already don't care for you. Like, they already don't. Like, he was in a no-win situation.
And you work in the insurance agency, insurance field.
For healthcare.
Healthcare. So this shit they don't realize that it's coming.
Pretty soon, mark this down. Pretty soon, insurance companies are going to stop paying claims for folks who have illnesses or sicknesses related to COVID when they didn't get the vaccine. They're not going to pay it. It's coming down the pike. It ain't here yet, but it's on their way. Look, hospitals have already talking about they're not gonna accept certain patients for certain illnesses if they haven't taken the vaccine. So pretty sure that's going to be the next thing down the line. Insurance companies are not going to pay claims for patients who have not gotten the vaccine if they got COVID related issues.
When all this shit could have been over with if it wouldn't have been politicized last year and everybody just stayed their ass home in the house.
Hello, we would be good if everybody would have just stayed home. We would be in a better place. I enjoyed being at home myself. I don't know about y'all. I had a good time.
I had to go to work.
Yeah, I was I already worked from home anyway, so it was nothing for me to be home.
Yeah, they were paying me, so
true that. You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time on Kyrie, dog.
Move on.
Good luck to you, brother.
Good luck to you.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Since the last time we recorded, NCAA football, Alabama had lost right after we recorded. I think that Saturday. We recorded on a Tuesday.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. They lost that Saturday to Texas A&M, to old Jimbo Fisher. And now we have a new number one, Georgia Bulldogs. And they took on Kentucky yesterday.
Shut them down. And right now they got the crown. I don't know who can knock it off of them. Man, Georgia looks good. They do. Defensively.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're pretty, average.
Average, right.
Especially with Stetson at quarterback. You know, they obviously, you know, are limited in what they can do. I still don't have any faith in Kirby pulling it off, to be honest with you. They'll make it to the playoff.
They'll probably face Bama.
They're gonna face Bama in the
SEC
championship because everybody else is laying eggs. So yeah, but I don't have a lot of faith in Alabama either. Even though, you know, I'm not shocked that they lost. You know, everybody is gonna, you know, stumble every now and again, but they really haven't looked all that great in the games that they've won either.
They're not as dominant on defense like they were.
Yeah, they lost a bunch of players.
I do like the quarterback. He's got a lot of skill. They still have they got decent running backs. They still can score points, but defensively they're just not that dominant. So I can see being a low scoring drag out match if they do face each other in the SEC championship.
I don't know, man. That Georgia defense, boy.
I mean, it's Alabama, it's Georgia and Alabama and everybody else.
Yeah,
which like it typically is every year.
Usually two teams in the SEC and everybody else.
Yeah.
Except for my Cincinnati Bearcats. Boy, they put it on UCF the other day too.
Yeah.
Oh, which they should have.
Well, they got a cakewalk for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And they gotta do everybody the rest of the season and what they did because
they had to do what they should do, which is run the table for the rest of the season.
Because in my opinion, they are the third best team in the country right now.
Yeah, college football is just in such disarray, man. Like I was, my brother had made a comment the other day. Shout out my brother Dame. It said that the Heisman winner is going to be forgettable this year. Yeah, because nobody's running away with it right now. Like I can't think of anybody that's really stood out as a Heisman candidate.
They're going to give it to the kid and the quarterback at Bama.
It's going to be a quarterback, either Bama or I don't think they'll give it to you boy from Cincinnati just because he plays for Cincinnati. I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it just because of where he goes.
He'll be a finalist.
He'll be a finalist. Yeah, he'll definitely get the call, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. And if your boy from Texas, the running back from Texas, Dijon, if he shows out for the rest of the season, he may have a chance, even though they're on a losing team. I mean, how could you not recognize him? He's easily their best player. But I can't think of nobody else.
Yeah, Bama finishes 11-1, and Bryce Young he's putting up numbers.
Yeah.
So
your boy, the quarterback of Ohio State's putting up some decent numbers too.
Yeah. So
because your boy at Oklahoma just laid, he done.
They're already talking about switching him out for the freshman from DC.
Well, they already did. He started yesterday.
Oh, he did.
He started yesterday, and they offense looked completely different. So he might well go ahead and
hit the transfer portal, or go ahead and get. Is he eligible to get drafted?
He's eligible. He draft eligible after this year. So what do? Do you transfer to get some more film, or do you just because there's no point in him continuing to play for Oklahoma if he's not going to be on the field? He might well either he's going to transfer. Or he steps away and says, I'm preparing myself for the draft.
Well, he already got $800,000 in 2 vehicles.
Yeah. He's going to get one of them cars back, though. I mean, because they got to give one to the starting quarterback now, don't they? You know what I'm saying? How he get all the bread and all the perks when he's on the bench now?
If I was him, I would go to the portal and go somewhere else because he's not NFL ready.
Where? Cincinnati?
Yeah. Well, Lee Corso said he should look at Florida State. What y'all think about that?
We good.
We straight.
We good.
We got AJ coming next year, and another jet coming after that.
Jordan Travis, stay healthy, man. Roll with him.
I guess.
I wasn't gonna talk about our nose, but
I mean they ain't play so.
Yeah, but I mean we did. I think it was a good win against North Carolina.
It was absolutely
it was a good win.
It was
huge win for our just for confidence alone. It was huge.
I'm still not sure if Dillingham or Norvell calls the plays.
Somebody different was calling them against North Carolina.
They kept the ball on the ground.
Yes,
we stopped the side to side stuff.
Yeah,
Travis made enough plays in the air.
Either they made a decision that we're going to stick to this format, or somebody else completely different is calling the plays than previous weeks.
That's what they need to do to win. I mean,
yeah.
Your offensive line is better run blocking than they are pass blocking.
True.
So you make sure you gas them with these runs and you get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
They got a shot other than Clemson and Florida. They can win the other.
I still ain't too scared of Clemson.
I mean, not really.
Anymore.
Not really. Not since they had played close to Syracuse Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they struggling. They in bad shape. Miami in bad shape.
That
too.
offensive line for Clemson is just
That cat running for his life. That's another one too. He had a couple of nice little endorsements.
Yeah,
I ain't seen him on a Dr. Pepper commercial since the beginning of the season. Like they cut his commercials off and everything. Like damn.
Oh man. So yeah, that's for me. That's it. I mean, but yeah, college has been crazy this year, man. Like you never know. Like I never would have thought Iowa would have got beat yesterday by Purdue.
No, by Purdue at home.
Purdue at home.
Yeah,
in front of the Children's Hospital.
After you make the good comeback against Penn State,
right?
Because I picked Iowa. That was my pick, and I was nervous. And I said, "Oh, they turned around and
man, they laid an
talk about upset city."
And shout out to whoever runs Purdue's Twitter account. They that was the tweet of the year. They said we beat the number 2 out of Iowa. I said, boy, that whoever's running their social media needs a raise, because they need their own endorsement deal, because that was tweet of the year.
Jeez.
We beat the number 2 out of Iowa.
Purdue ain't gonna win shit else the rest of the year.
They don't need to. They don't even got to.
They got their bowl game right there.
Yeah, it don't even matter. They can lay eggs for the rest of the season and they good. Just from that win and the tweet, they good. They don't need nothing else.
Well, news flash came out today. Ed Orgeron and LSU are parting ways at the end of the season.
Shut up.
They've agreed at the end of the season that he's gone.
That's a head scratcher. You 2 years removed from a national champion?
The man has a record, if I'm not mistaken, of 49-17. I think.
What I mean, it's got to be something inside that's going on.
Well, from what I understand, there's a whole lot going on behind the scenes that the public don't know about. So it's a lot of they got a lot of disciplinary issues, and apparently Ed himself is been in some questionable situations and some comments that he's made about females and stuff. So I think they had no choice to get him up out of there. But who they gonna get to replace him?
Luke Fickell can go anywhere he wants to go.
He can.
Yeah.
If he really wants
to leave, his own ticket.
If he decides to leave Cincinnati, he can go LSU. He can go to USC. Anywhere.
If I'm Luke Fickell, I don't go to LSU. It's an easier road to the championship or to the playoffs if he goes to USC, because competition is not as stiff. Does LSU go after Jimbo? Is the question. Because what I understand,
that buyout's too big.
Yeah. From what I understand, they've figured it to where I read something on the way up here that the buyout's not that big. I think the buyout's only something like $9 million.
Urban Meyer.
Man, please. So they apparently when Jimbo just did his extension, they kind of lined it up to where he could walk away and it wouldn't cost somebody so much to get him.
Let him walk away to LSU.
Texas A&M, I don't feel like they would be that crazy about holding on to him, because I don't know if y'all saw the graphic a couple weeks ago that said in his first however many games it was, our first 3 years, he got the same record as Kevin Sumlin has. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Texas A&M's all that pressed about keeping him, because he hasn't won anything yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if LSU came, because they got the same facilities and same amount of money, it wouldn't shock me if Jimbo left and went to LSU. That's all I'm saying. It wouldn't shock me.
Mike Norvell?
What? Man, Mike got to earn his bread where he's at.
Would you like Ed Orgeron at Florida State?
Definitely not taking Ed Orgeron. Although Ed can recruit his ass off. He can come and maybe be a defensive analyst or something like that, and a recruiting coordinator.
But I don't want him at Florida State. I mean, we rocking with Mike Norvell. I'm good.
We don't got no choice. So
we'll see.
Yeah, Mike ain't going nowhere.
But that's fun. That's crazy. Like, why? So every time LSU wins a national championship, like 2 years afterwards, they're firing the coach.
The standard is the standard.
Well,
Nick Saban left and went to the Dolphins.
Les Miles fired himself.
Yeah.
So then basically Ed Orgeron fired himself too.
Essentially. Yeah.
It's like
it's something LSU.
That
I mean, think about it. That school,
the basketball coach got in trouble.
That school runs the whole state. So I mean, you might well be the governor if you're the head coach, head football coach at LSU. So he probably think you can do whatever you want there. Les did. Apparently Ed did. And they both got to go. Yeah. So who they gonna bring in next?
They gonna throw Luke Fickell.
Yeah.
If I'm Luke Fickell, I go to USC.
If I'm Luke Fickell, I stay at Cincinnati.
You think so?
No.
Yes.
Why?
They're going to the Big 12. So he'll be in a Power 5. He's built the program to where it is.
Well, they got to open up the checkbook then.
That's what I'm saying. Like Cincinnati, I think Cincinnati's in a place to where I think they'll open that checkbook.
He's eventually got to leave though. Like he can't stay there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he has aspirations to be at a bigger stage than Cincinnati. Although they're a great team, they're undefeated, number 2 in the country. It's still Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? They're not even the biggest school in their state. So I would think somebody's bright lights is going to pull him away from there eventually. And I wouldn't be shocked, like I said, if it's after this year that he goes somewhere else.
Yeah,
they just hire, and Cincinnati just hire from within, and that thing just keeps rolling.
Do Cincinnati match what LSU and USC could throw at?
Absolutely not. Not money wise.
Unfortunately, no.
No, not money wise. They can't.
I agree with you saying they'll be after you build something, they all jump into a bigger conference. They jumping into a bigger pool, but
jump to a bigger conference that the two dominant teams are leaving as well. So they may have a good.
You got a chance to run the Big 12. So you go from I want to call it Conference USA.
All American,
American Athletic AAC. You go from the AAC to Big 12. You got a chance to keep it rolling in a bigger conference. You might not be making as much money as you if you were at LSU in the SEC or USC in the Pac-12, but your name is out there. You make a little noise in this college playoff. You win one game in the college playoffs.
Yeah,
it's just hard. I'm sure it just would be hard to turn down the resources you could have at USC and LSU. Yeah, it'd be hard to turn those down.
I think what they'll probably do is because your boy at Notre Dame said the defensive coordinator didn't Brian Kelly.
Somebody's gonna hire. Somebody's gonna give him a head coaching job.
Because he said he wanted to hire. He said he should be the next head coach at Notre Dame when Brian Kelly retires. So that's what Brian Kelly wants. But like you said, somebody's
gonna come and snatch him up
because he does know how to scheme.
Yeah,
they play good defense.
That's a young brother, right?
Yeah. Somebody's gonna give him a job.
Just thinking off the top of my head, like who could get head coaching jobs? Like
Mel Tucker. Somebody may steal him from Michigan State.
Mel Tucker, Uncle Mel.
He might get took.
Somebody, daddy.
He running that thing up there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at them. They got to play the thick of their schedule. Look like Harbaugh got them a squad this year. So they still got to play Ohio State and Michigan.
They got to play Michigan and Ohio State. Yeah, so it's going to be. We'll see what happens with them.
I don't know if they play Penn State this year or not.
If he wins one of the two,
so. I think they do.
He beat one of the two. Mel might be on that short list too.
Oh yeah, somebody's going to take him. I think. Who knows? We'll see.
You think Mario Cristobal could be pulled away from Oregon?
The only place that's going to go after him is Miami. And why would you leave Oregon to go to Miami?
No, why?
I said it. I was saying this yesterday. I was like, and it sounds crazy for me to even say that. Why would you leave Oregon for Miami? You know what I'm saying?
Not even that Nike money.
Right. It just sounds crazy.
Facilities are way better.
Yeah. Right. I'm just saying, just from off of history, it sounds crazy to say.
Come to the game.
Yeah, it just sounds crazy to say. Knowing their history, why would you choose Miami over Oregon?
I mean, this was 1992. You have a valid argument.
It wouldn't nobody even be talking about it. Like it wouldn't be if, it'd be when is he leaving Oregon for Miami? But now, like you said, Phil Knight laces them. They have all the resources in the world.
They got a chance to win the Pac-12
every year until USC decides to show back up. I wouldn't leave Oregon.
I really think USC is about to open the checkbook.
They have to,
and USC is about to flip the Pac-12 back on its head. Or they're about to start back being players in the Pac-12.
A lot of these schools from our past that used to be perennial contenders, they all need to open up their checkbook because it's embarrassing, dog. I'm a firm believer in college football is a lot better when our big three is in the top 10. USC is a contender. Texas is a contender. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is down bad right now. Yeah. So USC gonna have to open up their checkbook. If Miami fires Manny, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do because they're not gonna lure nobody there. No big name.
Willie T.
Man.
Willie's finna stay at FAU.
You know how good Willie got at FAU?
Do whatever you want to do.
Man, there's so much money at FAU too. You know how many resources? He probably don't have to do nothing. He got so many resources there because that's a lot of money at that school.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
A lot of in that little 5,000 seats.
Yeah, man.
Yep. I thought it was funny yesterday at the end of Oklahoma State Texas game. Oklahoma State fans saying SEC.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of that, before we jump into the NFL, did y'all see what happened to Lane Kiffin last night?
What happened?
Man, they hit him with golf balls.
I turned to it.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so I was watching the baseball game, right? I was watching the Braves and the Dodgers, and I said, the score went across. I said, it's kind of tight. Let me go check out and see what's going on with Ole Miss and Tennessee. Game was halted. I'm like, the hell is going on? Like, it's a whole bunch of talking going on with the umpires and the referee, and everybody just standing around. They was like, and then they showed a clip of the last play that was like 30 minutes prior. I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? So Tennessee is trying to march down the field to win the game.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot how much they were down, but anyway, it was like fourth and 22 or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Tennessee marches. They get, it's a good play.
Kid almost got it.
Kid almost got the first down. He falls down just
if he
short.
He would have stretched the ball out. He would have got it.
So they got the call or whatever. He's just short. Fourth down. Turnover on downs. Rocky Top loses their damn minds, and they start throwing shit on the field. Dasani bottle. Somebody threw a bottle of mustard, popcorn boxes, and then somebody throws a golf ball that hits Lane Kiffin. Somebody hit him with a golf ball. Dang. So they trying to contain all the people. Like, they kicked a few people out, but then you see in the stands, people that are sitting up in the nosebleeds are rushing down to the front rows. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? And you just see ushers doing like this. Get out. Get out. They just start kicking people out. Mind you, there's only like 55 seconds left in the game, and everybody just sitting around waiting for this to be over with. And they got to kick a bunch of people out the stands. 108,000 people just start throwing shit on the field.
Who comes to the game with a golf ball in their pocket?
Who has a bottle of mustard?
A whole bottle of mustard. Frenches.
Who has some Frenches?
Hey, man, they was running late for the kickoff. They was at the tailgate.
But, man, they mustard ain't worth a damn. I'm going to bring my own.
Cheap shit at the concession stand.
They ain't got no damn Frenches.
I need Frenches for my pretzels. Because you know they ain't putting it on a hot dog.
Man.
Oh my God.
Absolute chaos.
How did I miss that? What time that shit went down?
This was late.
It was late.
Oh, I was late.
Because mind you, it was after the Braves after the Braves had walked off the Dodgers. So I turned and I was like, what the hell is going on in Tennessee? Chaos.
Mass chaos.
Straight chaos.
I old man it up. I was 9:45.
You was gone.
I was laying it down.
I remember when I was younger. I used to love to watch the Pac-10 games,
West Coast games,
Coast. Mm-hmm. But I'm the same way. I tried to watch Arizona State. I tried to root for Herm.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm done with football.
I watched a little bit of Washington and UCLA because the quarterback from UCLA.
Right.
Mark my word, that cat, he's gonna be a Heisman candidate next year. That Jit's pretty good.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good. I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, he'll be a Heisman candidate next
year.
He's the truth.
He's straight.
Yeah.
He's running Chip Kelly's offense.
Yeah.
They said that's what that's going to be Oregon's game.
UCLA.
That's one we're picking from.
Yeah.
True that. It's going to be a good one.
All right. The NFL. We are in week 6 in the NFL. No real major shakeups. Everybody's pretty much the same.
They on Lamar jockstrap now.
Yeah,
as they should be.
Until he loses, then they say, "Oh, the NFL's figured Lamar out." And
Lamar beat they beat the piss out the Chargers today. Like they stole something.
The kid is phenomenal. He's talented.
He's a quarterback.
Just like the coach from the Chargers said, there has never been no other Lamar in the NFL. There hasn't been some guys close, but nobody's been that good.
Kid's fast. Right?
Randall was athletic, but not as athletic. And
not as fast.
No. Michael Vick was more athletic.
I don't know if Vick was more.
I think Vick's faster.
Vick's faster.
Vick's faster. Yeah.
Vick's faster. Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, quick. I think he's quicker.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Quick and fast. I'm taking Mike.
I don't know, man.
Lamar's a better passer than Vick, but I think Vick can go.
I think Lamar
Vick got a stronger arm.
Yeah,
Vick does have a stronger arm, but I don't know, man, if he's more athletic. And I love Michael Vick to death, but I don't know if he's more athletic than Lamar.
It's kind of hard to gauge because the game was different,
right?
Yeah, it's definitely a hell of a debate.
Yeah,
who's more athletic?
But I just never understood the narrative of he can't. He's gonna have to learn to play, or he's gonna learn how to pass. Did y'all not see this man throw this ball at Louisville in college? Did y'all not see his Heisman year?
Who they played last week? He came back.
They played the.
Gosh, I watched the game.
Me too.
Whoever the hell it was,
the Colts.
Colts, yeah.
That's all he don't need to do. He don't need. There should be no more talking after that game about him being a pocket passer. There should be no more talking because if he wants to, he can.
Yeah.
And if he don't want to, he don't have to. Because he didn't do it today, but they beat the pants off the Chargers, and he didn't throw. I think he threw for less than 200 yards.
Yeah. They. I think their defense is starting to come together, and they're gonna be tough.
And they still missing some key players due to injury.
Right.
Like imagine if they had Dobbins still.
Yeah. Because they're doing running back by committee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just know in the NFL, somebody was asking me. My barber went to the barbershop yesterday, and he was asking me about his picks. Like he had some picks. I was like, man, in the NFC, you can always pick the Bucks, Rams, Cardinals, and Packers until somebody else proves that they can beat them.
Right.
Those are the 4 teams, the 4 divisions. They're always going to be favored every week. And same if you go to, and the AFC is a little bit different. You can't even say the Chiefs anymore.
No, the AFC is up and down.
You can't even really say the Chargers. So who in the AFC? I mean, we forgot about the Cowboys. The Cowboys too. So them in the NFC, you picked them in the weekend.
Cowboys looking real good.
They're the dog.
I mean, let me rephrase. Dak looking real good for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to what that defense was the last 2 years, that defense is definitely playing better with with Diggs and Parsons.
For sure.
Them 2 rookies made an impact. But
for sure.
Like the AFC is more up and down than the NFC right now.
It's more wide open.
Right.
I think Lamar and them beating the Chargers today, they kind of stepped away from everybody else almost today.
The Bills and the Ravens.
Those are the two.
Those 2 top dogs in the AFC.
Those 2 top dogs for sure. Yeah.
Because the West is the
wide
Chargers, Chiefs.
Because the Chargers can still succumb to the Chiefs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs ain't had it going all season, but we're still only 6 games in. So
AFC South, Titans, up, down.
Colts,
they
up, down.
The Colts, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
it's wide open.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I tell you, the NFC West is gonna be very entertaining.
Very.
I don't know, man. Arizona won again today, didn't they?
Yeah. They won again today.
It was close for a little bit, but then
Arizona looks like it might be running away with that division.
Yeah.
Especially with Seattle missing Russ for 3 weeks at least.
Yeah, they already beat the Rams.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. The Rams look good again today too. Stafford threw 4 more touchdowns today.
That's what I'm saying. Those 5 teams, including the Cowboys.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. Right now, Dallas is in overtime with New England, tied at 29.
Wow.
They got the football. New England had the football first, didn't score, so all they need is a field goal.
True that.
Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers today. I tell you, Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league. I never seen a dude that get all the targets. He ain't got nobody else on the team.
And he still eats teams alive.
Like,
it made no damn sense.
Okay, y'all coach defense. What's the defense to try to hold this dude down? You bracket him? It don't seem to work.
Well, it don't. To me, it don't matter the defense. It's the personnel. Like unless you got Del Revis or Dion or
Jalen Ramsey,
somebody who
and
even he gives Jalen the business every now and again.
They come back there because the dude can move into the slot.
Yeah,
he can get on the boundary. He gonna get his.
There's not a whole lot you can do, dog. There's not a whole lot you can do.
I mean, you got to disrupt. You can't let You got to disrupt. You got to get to Aaron Rodgers because if Aaron can't get the ball to Devontae,
right?
then
true.
That's the key. That's the key. The defense.
You got to put that pressure on him because that's how the Bucks beat him. Bucks beat him like that. So I mean, they had a couple linemen out, but you put the pressure on Rodgers, and Aaron can't sit back there and pat the ball and decide on left, look right, and look over. When Aaron's got pressure,
it's a different game when you pressure him. Yeah, it's a different game when you pressure Aaron Rodgers for sure.
Man, your Cleveland Browns pick looking pretty bad.
Isn't it though? It's pathetic, man.
Browns in the Super Bowl.
They are ruining the NFL's conspiracy theory of the Browns making it to the Super Bowl. It's because of that goddamn Baker Mayfield, bro. I guess they're gonna have to go with the second option of the Buffalo Bills finally make it back to the Super Bowl.
All right, we were talking about the AFC West. They lost the coach. Oh, Chucky.
Oh man.
Chucky got caught up by the internets.
First of all, Chucky's an idiot.
The biggest.
He was an idiot for his initial excuse of the email about
DeMaurice Smith.
DeMaurice's lips.
I call everybody who lies rubber lips.
First of all, that's horseshit. Okay. Second of all, he ain't say nothing about him lying in that email. He just said he had lips the size of Michelin tires.
Come on, man.
Which, I mean,
those are racist tropes.
Yeah, there's no other way to really go about it.
Are big and black. He said he has big black lips.
Bro, but that wasn't even the worst of the emails.
It wasn't.
My man said something about the Glazier's son and they questioned his sexuality.
Promptly took his ass out of the ring.
What? So quick. Like
John Gruden's coming down.
They wasted no time getting him out of that ring honor. Oh, you talking about me? Right. I own this? You talking about okay. Get him up out of here.
The shit that gets me though is and I don't get it. Maybe that's just a privilege that I'll never be privy to. Why are you sending those type of emails on a company server?
Just like you said, it's a privilege you will never be privy to.
I have that privilege.
You don't have a level of comfort that he has.
Exactly. Right. I have specifically 2 phones. I have a work phone. Mm-hmm. Some of my other coworkers, they use that work phone as their personal phone.
Never.
Me?
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
I may download a game on mine, but that's about it.
I may watch YouTube.
I don't even do that on mine. I use it as a hotspot. That's about it.
You're not gonna catch me.
But some people don't, because you remember back in the old days at the mobile. It was a lot of stuff going through.
There was a whole lot going on in our emails back at T-Mobile.
I ain't even email.
A whole lot.
Bro, let me tell you.
That wasn't even appropriate to talk about.
Bro, I used to work in our data lab. And so like people would bring their phones to have us transfer their contacts and
oh my God.
Transfer their data.
I don't even want to know.
People just willing you giving their phone. Like, do you know who's in that lab right now? He's gonna go through your shit.
Oh yeah.
So he transfer your data. Like,
for sure. Because
like,
I would.
On. But yeah, people just I man, look, I don't need you. Look, my thinking is when you fire me, I don't need you. I got my phone. I don't need you shutting on. I don't want to scramble to find another phone.
Right.
Get a new telephone number. I got my shit.
The bullshit of the whole story is the fact that he was the only one that caught any flames. Like, so you mean to tell me John was the only one that was reckless at the mouth on this email chain, and my man from PDQ didn't say nothing? Bruce Allen didn't say nothing back. Like, what was their replies?
They were sharing new photos of the
cheerleaders.
Dallas won.
Like how
team? Like what?
Like how you get so comfortable? I mean, like you said, that's something we'll never be able to achieve. I guess the level of comfort that you have to be able to talk so crazy. Who
did he piss off that they went? I understand the FBI came.
Well, no, the FBI was searching, investigating.
Washington Redskins.
I understand that.
Oh my bad.
I understand that
100%. I apologize.
Why was John Gruden singled out?
Somebody had it out for him because the fact that those are the only ones that was released.
Or only thing I can think of at this point is it's an open investigation and whatever's pertaining to Washington, they can't really leak out.
But not that. But why would they come out yesterday or today and say that John was those are the only disparaging emails that we found out of 650,000?
Bullshit. Put the 600 or something out.
That's horseshit.
Let's see.
They'll never do that. They're not gonna release them all because then it'll just be a shitstorm.
I want to know who's the person that was going through all those. Whoa!
You just scrolling through. Yo, damn, pussy.
What? Oh my God!
Did he have to be that, John?
That's why I call people the F word.
Wow. What's crazy is people say that's him. They said that's been him for years. And I've always believed in Keyshawn when Keyshawn said he was a fraud. Yeah. I've always believed in him. Since the days that Keyshawn was here playing, I've always felt that what he was saying had some truth to it.
Yeah. I mean, we heard the stories, our friend Chuck Darby, the the night when Keyshawn got waived from the Bucks, Gruden stood up front of the team and said, "Who all got a problem with me? Meet me in the office." And he said Keyshawn jumped up and walked them straight to the office. The next day he was
gone. The next day,
because John Gruden, he got rid of Sapp. Nobody was gonna have a huge ego than him on the team.
No, because he can't handle that.
Yeah,
that's why AB didn't last in with the Raiders, because he was bigger than John Gruden. John Gruden ain't having that.
No,
he'll never work again.
No, he's done. He's done. He can't get an analyst job. I don't know what he can do.
I don't know either. He just sit on. How much did he get from them? 40 million? For the 4 years he was there?
I'm pretty sure he walked away with some.
Yeah, he ain't just resigned.
No. He didn't resign. They went in and they went in and look, I'm gonna allow you to save face and I'm not gonna fire you.
Right.
But you leave it.
Here's $20 million.
Right.
You know.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, I wouldn't even give him that. He don't have a leg to stand. What leverage do he have to get any more money out of me? I've already given you $40 million for 4 years.
You think about all the money he made from ESPN for Monday Night Football. Like
he's good.
He's good. The rest of his league.
Then the Bucks was still paying him when he left.
Yeah,
so
he'll come back here and live in Carrollwood somewhere and only pop out every now and again. Yeah. But yeah, he got to go somewhere and hide.
Bring the steroid laced son with him.
Yeah,
Deuce. Whatever. What's his name?
His name was Deuce. If I ain't mistaken. Fuck out of here, man. Sit your ass down somewhere, man. Yeah. You good? He got bread. He all right.
But it's gonna be interesting down the stretch for the NFL, and we got some picks coming up later. But that's what the lick reads.
Cool. On to the next.
Are we doing?
All right, y'all know what time it is. It's time for what you own. This week, like last week, we told you guys we were gonna do things a little bit different. So this week we're not doing music again. We are picking our top 3 comedy specials
of all time.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go again. Slow give us his number 3. Chuck give us his number 3, and I give y'all my number 3.
All right.
Slow, you want to start us off? Take us back to 1973, Red Fox.
It's in the 70s, but I don't think that far back. And it's my man, the king of comedy, Richard Pryor. And the comedy special and the album was That Nigga's Crazy.
You see, that's how you know how old it is, because this nigga said the album.
The album.
The comedy album. Not a movie, not a special. Now
comedy album.
The comedy album. That's when, as a kid, Grown Up had that album, and we ain't had no business listening to it.
No, we used to sneak in the closet and listen to him.
Yep. Come home early from school. Put that on the turntable, which y'all youngsters don't know about. We sit there and laugh and come to school and talk about it, and it was just. I mean, Richard Pryor is the king.
So, what was one of the lines from that one?
Trying to bring it up.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Is it that long?
Yeah, it's that long ago.
I mean, you said it was 73 when it came out?
Here we go.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, this came out. I don't want the image. Shit was funny.
That's all y'all need to know.
Check it out, Richard Pryor. That shit was funny. All right, man. Chuck, what's your number 3?
All right, man. My number 3. I don't remember when it came out, to be honest with you, but it tickled the shit out of me. So I thought it was pretty brilliant, and it was Chris Rock. Bring the Pain.
I think that was 90. It was either 99 or 2000. I think
1996. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Producer. It was 1996. Chris Rock's Bring the Pain, and there were so many different things throughout this special that just tickled me. Like, the one was OJ, when he talked about OJ. How he talked about what happened to OJ and his wife, and he was like, I ain't saying he should have killed her, but I understand. You have another motherfucker driving my car I paid for. And then probably my favorite of this special, when he started talking about black men want, men wanting to cheat, and trying to stop yourself from cheating. You want to cheat, dying to cheat, but you can't cheat. He talks about every man has a choice to make. And that choice is commitment or new pussy. Commitment give you a headache every now and again. New pussy always clears your mind. But at the same time, can you sustain new pussy? If I got a kid and my kid, it needs some help with school, new pussy gonna help with school. New pussy's illiterate. If I'm hungry, is new pussy gonna fix something? New pussy can't cook. So man, yeah, that Chris Rock Bring the Pain, man, was hilarious to me, man. 1996, and there's a theme with my three specials. Everybody has on leather. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the special. This is the one. He was in all black leather jacket.
Yeah.
Oh man, when he was talking about the big piece of chicken.
Oh man, I don't know about you, but that holds true in my house too. I got to get the big piece of chicken before anybody else get there.
You know what? Even as a single man back then, you know what stuck out with me.
What?
Every man don't want to hear as soon as you come in the house.
Oh man, let me get in the door.
Let me take off my clothes. Let me take my shoes off. Let me get something to drink. Let me take a shit.
Give me my big piece of chicken. Woo! Right. That was some good shit.
Yeah, that was good. So
what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Mike Epps, underrated. Never faded and X-rated. We actually watched this shit at your house. Remember when we watched this shit at your house?
Yes.
That's the funniest Mike Epps stand-up ever.
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
Bro, when he did the Judge Joe Brown, you mean to tell me?
No, it was Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis.
Was this the one?
No, he did Joe Brown and Judge Mathis.
He did Joe Brown too?
Oh, Joe Brown
was this the one?
You mean to tell me?
Yeah, the one in Detroit.
Yeah, okay.
That
you gave a man $30 or $20.
Get out of here.
Judge Mathis was huh? Yeah.
He's a crackhead. He's a crackhead. I know a crackhead when I see one.
That's the one that was Detroit. And talking about his boy was coming home, and he said, guess he got me 2 sweaters.
Tony got me 2 sweaters.
Couple pair of pants.
Yeah, I just gave Tony $40.
And he talking about,
guess the Lord's gonna bless me for it.
What he said. Hey man, his partner dated that old ass woman out of nursing home.
Yeah.
Eating chicken wings. She better wake up in a minute, man. Don't worry about it.
Man,
They got on the same sweatsuit.
My shit was the dude with the arm, baby.
Talking about R&B singer.
Yeah.
Don't even know that arm little.
No, man. The best one was his homeboy who acted different when his lady was around.
Hey man, how's it going? All right, everybody else there.
Yeah, we with his old lady. Hey man, just hanging out with the old lady, man. Y'all take it easy. All right.
We'll see him with his old lady. Hey man, where's the bitches?
Where's the bitches at, nigga?
And then he did the white kid building the bomb down there. Like that's special.
Get out of my room, mom, now.
I told you to get my skateboard out the shop, bitch. Nothing, mom. You're dead. Dad's dead. Fucking out of here.
Man, I saw him. Me and my mom went to see him at the Improv. It had to be like 17, 18 years ago at the Improv. And I promise you, he was up there for almost 3 hours.
What?
Just going. I had a headache. I was ready to leave. At least 2.5 hours he was there just losing his mind, just talking, dog.
No, my top improv moment, I got 2 of them. Tracy Morgan came.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I ever seen Tracy Morgan do stand-up.
Yeah.
That nigga had me in there rolling all night long.
Yeah.
Told old baby girls, you want this big screen TV? You got that. And Paul Mooney, no lie, sat on that chair in the Improv in Tampa for 2 hours. It was an hour show. He sat in there for 2 hours. I forgot who came before him, but he sat in that chair for 2 hours with that mic in his hand. God bless him.
And just went off.
Yeah.
Mike Epps, dog, he was up there for at least 2.5 hours, dog.
Wow.
But yeah, faded, underrated, never faded, X-rated, man. I think it's on Netflix, man. It is. That's his funniest stand-up, hands down.
Hilarious for sure.
All right, so what's your number 2?
My man Dave Chappelle, killing them softly.
So good.
Man.
So good, dog. There's so many parts in there, dog. It's so funny, man.
Hey, is that a baby?
No.
Hey, baby, what the fuck you doing? I'm making him.
When he with his homeboy Chip. Chip said they was smoking weed and they was lost. There's a cop over there. I'm going to go ask him for directions.
Chip, no.
Chip, no.
calm down, Dave.
Hey,
From that to when he was talking about how DC, been gentrified. Honey, do you see this? Apparently, the police been beating up black folks like hotcakes.
Sprinkle some crack on them.
It's a new thing. Niggas breaking in and putting pictures of stuff.
Never seen it before. John.
Sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
No, and then when he did, when he said, "You gotta understand how confusing that is to me."
Yeah.
Like, yes, you are not a whore.
But y'all wearing a horse uniform.
Hey, help us!
Excuse me. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a whore.
My thing is, he's like, black. He said, "Hold on, don't look at my face." I looked at the other black dude like.
He knew like I knew.
White people say,
I think those two black guys are going to save us. Yeah, man, that Kill 'Em Softly was hilarious.
I think that launched the Chappelle Show, right? That was
prior
to. Yeah, but I'm saying
I think so.
That kind of set him off. Like that's his first great special. Like that's his You So Crazy. That's his Raw or Delirious.
Right. Oh,
that's his
for sure. Classic.
Classic.
Never not be funny.
He had a 30-minute special on HBO that I saw before that.
I saw it too.
That one was fucking hilarious.
I saw it too. We talked about doing mushrooms.
Yeah.
He did a whole bunch of stuff and looked down. It was like 10 minutes later. Yeah.
Dave,
another really funny man when he was on Def Jam years ago, and he talked about how he told a story about how white people came up with the word nigger. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, if you ain't seen that, go look it up. I'm sure it's on YouTube. That jump was hilarious.
I'm so glad that Dave got his paid, because he was battling Comedy Central for a long time. I mean, they still showing his show.
Yeah. Still getting paid. Still getting paid.
Chuck, what's your number 2?
My number 2, another classic, another brother wearing leather on stage, and it's Martin's You So Crazy. Man, when I tell you that's something I can watch any day of the week, all day long, it don't matter. I will laugh and cry watching that damn stand up every time. Some of my funny moments when he talk about, how white people get attitudes, how they, this is your country. Move on, darky. He said they get an attitude and you ask him, hey man, can you show me where I can get some toothpaste from? If you look up on aisle 6, it says it. It says tooth. Hey, you just have to fucking read.
Use your vowel.
He said, but if you go there with a whole group of black people, excuse me, could you tell us? We can find some toothpaste from. Sure, come on, right. I'll show you. You want Colgate, Aim? What do you want there? Tartar Control.
I like what he said. We had a yard, Joe.
Mama gonna work it out. Mama gonna work it out.
Mama gonna work it out.
My dad left and we was moving on down. It was in the projects when his mom and daddy got divorced.
Y'all got a pack of hot dogs.
I know y'all lying. So I went grocery shopping yesterday. Why don't y'all pull y'all shoes up? We said they used to have the parents to be hot waters. And the kids used to tell them, hey man, why don't y'all pull y'all shoes up?
Bro, he got me when he talking about you going to McDonald's with your old lady when it's new and
of course you can get cheese on a motherfucking girl.
Hey, my man.
Give her 2 pieces of cheese. Hook it up. Oh, man. Then y'all get used to each other. What? I ain't got no money for no cheeseburger. Get a hamburger. Well, fuck it then. You won't eat. But, man, give me a hamburger, man. Yeah, put lettuce.
He said he came home. Let me check the stove before I start jumping
to conclusions.
You ain't cooked. You ain't get hungry none of that. You ain't cooked.
You ain't have a taste for a steak-um or nothing in this motherfucker. Yeah, but that You So Crazy, boy. Hilarious, boy. Hilarious.
See when I see it.
What's yours, B? What's your second one?
My second one is not really a stand. It is a stand-up. It's a set. And for me, it's Bernie Mac set and Kings of Comedy.
Classic.
Which could easily be my number 1, but
it's almost second to none.
It's second to none because you talk about his gay nephew Sending the other one downstairs to get cookies. Where the cookies and shit.
Where the cookies and shit.
He talking about his auntie and his nephew. When
hold on, black son of a bitch. How dare you deny my child his education?
When he did it, I remember in the movie theater, I thought I was going to die.
Me and my little brother went to go see it together, and I promise you, I almost fell into the aisle when he did that shit, man. Oh my God, man.
When a bus driver opened the
he was teasing me.
He was,
from that to motherfucker being a person, place, a thing. Oh, you see that motherfucking Johnny?
Tell Johnny when I see his motherfucking ass, he better have my motherfucking money.
You know, I seen his motherfucking mama. I like to cuss her motherfucking ass out, but I don't want no motherfucking trouble. Oh man.
So yeah, so that's my number 2. Had it been like a standalone Bernie Mac special, just him, that'd have been my number 1 easy. But
Bernie and Said, in my opinion, although I love D.L. Hughley, they carried that.
All of them, even Steve Harvey Holston, all of them did that thing. Like that's one of the few. And even I shout out the Queens of Comedy with some more Dale Givens.
Yeah.
And Monique.
Yeah.
Like Monique had me dying in that shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it was funny too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So
down to number 1.
What's your number 1?
Richard Pryor, Here and Now. This is kind of, I want to say it may be his last.
I think it was because that was after he got
that's
burned
after,
and everything.
And it's after Sunset Strip.
Yep.
Classic one. He had the Southern Hospitality. He talked about slavery in it.
Mm-hmm.
He had Mudbone. He ended Mudbone on that one.
When I first came down here, folks don't know nothing about no Mudbone.
Then I think this one, when he met the president, that was funny. Met Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan looked like a dick. Woo. But my man, the King, Richard Pryor, Here and Now.
All right.
1983.
Chuck, what's your number 1?
My final number 1. I also feel like Richard's the king, but just like in Africa, we got many kings. I feel like the king is Eddie Murphy, man. That damn Eddie Murphy Raw. Man, that's another one I can still watch to this day.
Yeah.
It's still relevant. It's still funny to this day. Man, one of my favorite parts is when he talked about his daddy being drunk and arguing with his mama. Oh, my God. Oh, Lillian cannot use the phone. You know what? You can't go outside no more either. That nigga called his daddy on the phone, boy. Woo.
Now, was this the one when because I always get Raw and Delirious mixed up. So this the one where he was talking about his lady going to Jamaica.
Yes.
Yeah.
And meeting Trevor.
Yeah.
What you crying about? He tell me he walking down the beach swinging his dick in his hand. He throws it over. Yeah, throws it over his shoulder. Dexter St. John.
Was this the one where his mama said I could make the McDonald's sandwich?
No, that's
no, it's Raw. It's Raw when he talks with the house burgers. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want McDonald's. No hope.
Yeah,
well, I can make you a burger better than McDonald's. Better than McDonald's?
Yeah.
Go in there and
give me the onion.
Give me the chopped meat, give me an onion and a green pepper.
McDonald's don't have none of that in there.
Green pepper? McDonald's don't got no green pepper. Boy, and give me 2 eggs while you're in there. Eggs? You make an egg McMuffin. Boy, Eddie said he went outside with that burger.
Grease dripping down his arm.
He said grease dripping down his arm. It was in some Wonder Bread. He had tried to tear the Wonder Bread off. He said he'd go outside. The other kids is dancing and singing with their McDonald's. He came out there with his big ass house burger. That shit is so funny to me because it hits home. Because,
it hits home because my mom used to say that all the time.
All the time. And you know what? At my age now, I'll take my mama's house burgers over McDonald's burger any day. Any
I remember
day
when I
week.
got 18, 17. When I could really go out and get my own. I used to go to McDonald's every day just because of that. Yo, I'm eating this shit every day. My mom used to be special occasions when I was a kid.
Only on payday when you get McDonald's, bro. But yeah, man, that damn Eddie Murphy Raw, like I said, if you ain't seen it, or if you have seen it, go back and refresh your memory. When he on the phone talking to his daddy about that fight he had with tell me he got punched in the lips and he looked like Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the popcorn.
Some jujubes, and the movie's gonna pay for it. Excuse me? You heard me, Mooly. Pay for my fucking candy. All right, Rocco. All right, Rocco. Great fucking movie. B, what's your number one, dog?
Y'all kind of took like You So Crazy would have been my number one.
Yeah.
Killing Them Softly would have been in my top 3 as well. So I had to go. I just want to pick something different that to me is one of the best and probably one of the most pure stand-ups. And that's Cat Williams' Pimp Chronicles.
Was that the one that was in Atlanta with the green jacket on?
And the green jacket.
Man, that was top of the line.
That's one of the ones where you could put that up against anybody stand up.
It's tough.
And it's gonna hold its own. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker talk about his kid, talking about, hey man, now you gotta he says son making a pimp decision. I can buy you these Jordans. Or I can go over here and buy you 8 of these Spider-Mans. He said, 1 Jordan, 8 Spider-Mans, daddy? We're going to give him the Spider-Mans, daddy. He said, you take him to the shoe store, put him in these Jordans. All right, now run around. I clocked you right there with 6 seconds. Now put these Spider-Mans on, and I want you to go and go. Come in a 6 seconds. Now I can buy you these.
That, and then when he was talking about going to get some weed from the weed man, he's talking about this shit right here, nigga. This shit's called death. Like, nigga, I got shit to do today.
I gotta function. I want regular weed.
For real. Nah, that was a hell of a stand-up. It was funny.
When he was talking about like you got low self-esteem. How you got low self-esteem?
It's called esteem of your damn self. Yeah, Cat's one. I think he don't get the credit he deserves because all the other crazy shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, but Cat is up there with one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Yeah. So who was y'all? I did have a question because we it's a male dominated profession. Comedy is. Who's y'all favorite female comic?
Whew.
I decided just to drop that on y'all.
Some more's up there.
I was gonna say some more.
There's a woman who I can't not think of her name. She's more recent, Asian woman. She did a special where she was pregnant on stage.
Oh yeah, she's funny. I know who you're talking about.
Try to look her up, producers. I want to give her props because I forget her name, but she is hilarious, bro.
She's funny.
So damn funny. Amy, man, so she's damn funny, bro.
Now, other than just who I think is a very funny female is Melissa McCarthy. I love her.
Yeah, she's funny.
She's funny as hell to me.
She's funny.
I don't think she do stand up or anything, but her movies and stuff are funny.
Monique got to be in the conversation.
Monique some more. I even tell you this, like for a series as Amanda Seales is, her special she had a couple years ago, that special was funny as hell.
Yeah, she just throws me off with her other nonsense
stuff. So
I never really give her a chance because of other crazy stuff she do.
Dog, well, it's funny, dog. She talks about, she has this joke where she talks about the long ass CVS receipts and why women keep these CVS receipts. It's for fucking hilarious.
You know who else is funny as hell too, dog? It's not a female. Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr is funny.
Bill Burr used to write on the Chappelle Show.
Yeah,
Bill Burr is hilarious, dog. Yeah. Like, go back and look at a couple of Bill Burr specials. You will be crying. I never forget. I watched one where he said he got into a road rage incident with a dude. The dude told him to suck a bag of dicks, and he was like, "How do you want me to do that?" He was like, "Do you want me to get a bag of dicks and just suck each one individually, or suck on the bag?" I was like, man, this dude is crazy. He told a story about his wife. He trying to convince his wife to give him some head. But she was in there. She didn't want to do it. She had a house coat on, and she just in there like this, trying to hook him up. Man, it was so funny, man. He will have you crying.
Yeah,
Bill Burr is a good one.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
but also too, I think Kevin Hart's "Laugh at My Pain."
Kevin Hart's old, like early stuff.
Yeah, the Seriously Funny.
Yeah.
Which one was the one where
Funny Little Man? I think was good.
Was that Laugh at My Pain?
I think it's Laugh at My Pain. My thing was him cursing the teacher.
Yeah,
stupid bitch.
Yeah,
my mama said,
told me to tell you.
So like, hey, Cat, not right now.
I got a lot on my mind. Yo, Kev, what's up, Kev?
No, man, I got, I can't.
Yeah, hell, Kevin, hey, Miss Green. Did you tell your mom? Matter of fact,
I sure did.
I said
she told me to go. She told me to tell you. to mind your motherfucking business, bitch.
Oh. Yeah, we talked about that. We said, imagine you walking down the street and the bum just come touch your little lip. Now you got a bum.
Then when he said when his daddy got his ass whooped, he told me, you gonna tell me you took out Trey to you better shut up before I call Steve over here.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna go get the trash, but
he talking about his uncle. You ready to go night, nigga? You ready to go night?
Say it with the chest.
That junk was funny.
Yeah. Oh man, but those are all some good specials, man. Y'all get a chance, check them out. Check out some of these comedians that we mentioned too. So
for sure,
that's gonna do it for what you're on.
All right.
All right, it's time for Who You Got, and this week we're going to mention we're going to highlight a HBCU game of the week. We're not necessarily going to pick it, but just give you a chance to just get out there and see the HBCU game of the week. This week is going to be Prairie View A&M versus Southern. Prairie View is leading the SWAC South right now.
5-1, I think.
Yeah. Southern's in the middle of that pack.
I think Southern's 500.
Yeah, they're like
3-3, something like that.
Yeah. So this game is the reason why I picked it because it's pretty much one of the only games of notice that's of note. Whatever.
We know what you meant.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Of notoriety.
Boom. There you go.
See,
it's like 10-year college education.
Kick it in.
And the reason why Prairie View is leading the SWAC, JSU is leading the North. The East. So potentially could be a showdown between those two schools. So check them out. I think it's 3:30. The game's gonna be 3:30. It's gonna be on the ESPN family of networks.
ESPN Plus. I usually catch a lot of HBCU games on ESPN Plus, so it should be on there.
Yeah. So go ahead and check that out. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into our NFL. Whoa, I'm sorry. You're right. Let me recap last week. Last week we did not, for some reason, we missed one NFL game. So instead of picking from a total of 6 games, we only picked from 5.
Okay.
So I didn't give anybody credit. We missed the Chiefs and the Bills game.
Which I still don't know how we did.
I don't know how we did. Though I rewatched the stream and
we just
didn't pick it.
Just moved right along. Yeah.
With that said, last week's top dog, my man, slow motion over here, 5-0.
What? Undefeated?
5-0.
Woo!
You came in 4-1. I came in 3-2.
So what are our overall standings? We
overall standings for the week. I'm pulling up the rear at 10
we gotta
and
go
7.
into that, man. Bask in my glory.
But hey, hold on now. We're gonna bask in
like
glory.
the meme of Tyrese crying. Congratulations.
So I'm pulling up the rear 10 and 7. I'm gonna make my move though. Said you right now 12-5. Made a big jump with that 5-0.
It's respectable. It's respectable.
You come back. Chuck's holding off at 15-2.
Woo!
So you gaining ground on.
Man. If I was a NFL team, I'd be number 1 seed in the playoffs right now. 15-2.
If you probably put some money on
home field advantage.
If you put some money on it, you probably wouldn't do as good.
Probably not.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a tough week here, though.
Yeah. There's not too many college games, and there's a couple of decent NFL games. So, with that said, let's get into our NFL picks for Week 7 in the NFL. First up, Chiefs at the Titans. It's a 1 p.m. game. Chuck, who you got?
Chiefs at the Titans.
1 o'clock.
It's a tough call because both of them been, neither one of them has really, hit their stride yet.
Right.
Even watching the Chiefs today against your boys, the Washington football team, which is still a struggle for me to say. They struggled against them. I think they put up 31 points, but they still, they just, that defense can't stop a nosebleed.
That's what pissed me off today.
Yeah, or as my coach, one of my coaches used to say, they ain't gonna push a baby duck in a puddle of water. So I think that Derrick Henry will run ragged on that defense, but I think the Chiefs will pull it out. It'll be a close game. Maybe Chiefs by 3 or less than 3, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the Titans at home. The running game has to be effective. I'm not Cincinnati. The Chiefs really can't stop the run. The defense is not up to it. I think they find a way to pull this one out, and I think the Titans take it. Slow, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I agree with Chuck. Defense, I believe Henry's gonna have a great day running, but the Chiefs still can score, and I don't know. It's gonna take 30 to 35 points to beat them. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay. All right. The next game is another 1:00 game. Bengals versus Ravens. Chuck, who you got?
Where they playing? It don't matter.
They're playing in Baltimore.
I don't think the Bengals they're not ready to beat Baltimore. In Baltimore? No, Ravens all day.
Ravens all day. I'm gonna go to the Ravens too, just because I like how Lamar's playing right now. I think the defense is slowly starting to play better. The Bengals, they're not right. They're not ready yet. I think it's a closer game than most people is going to expect. If Lamar gets knocked out for the Ravens, though, you can hang it up. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens on this one. Slow, you got
Baltimore.
Baltimore clean sweep. Okay,
Nothing else to talk about. Baltimore.
Yeah,
that's it.
All right,
I'm with you.
Third NFL game of the week is the Monday night at 8 p.m. We got the New Orleans Saints versus the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Monday night. Chuck, who you got?
Seattle still don't have Russ.
No.
I think I saw something today that said that Geno's gonna start for the first time in 1,400 days. I like Seattle, but that Saints defense is gonna be all over the place with Geno. They're gonna be in his face, and I don't think they stand a chance. I like the Saints, and I'm gonna give Jameis a couple more touchdown passes. But I like the Saints. Beat Seattle at home.
Okay.
If they had Russ, it'd be a different game, but they don't.
I'm gonna go with you too. I'm going to take the Saints on this one too. I think Jameis plays just as well for them to win the game. I think Kamara's gonna have a big day. And I'm going to go with the Saints. Slow, what you got?
In Seattle, right?
In Seattle, 12 man Monday night.
I'm gonna go with Seattle. Geno didn't look bad when he came in for us.
He didn't. Outside of what last play.
Yeah, last play. He didn't look bad. They ended up in that loud ass stadium. Even though I like Jay Boo and the boys, but I'm gonna give the edge to Seattle because they had the crib.
Okay, all right.
Tell their old line to tighten up then.
Yeah,
because Cameron and them boys gonna be all over their ass. But
all right, let's move on to the NCAA for Week 8. First game we're going to be picking from is number 15 Coastal Carolina versus Appalachian State. It's going to be a Wednesday night game at 7:30.
Wednesday?
Yep. Chuck, who you got?
They're getting all the shine on ESPN.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I couldn't tell you nothing about either one of these teams.
App State
other than the fact that App State, they sneak up and upset somebody every now and again.
But they've done they a couple years ago they did that like 3 years in a row.
They did.
So at this point, I don't think you can really. You have to take you playing App State. You got to take them seriously.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean Coastal Carolina. They're still Coastal Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So I get that they're ranked 15th, but they're still Coastal Carolina. So to me it could be a toss up. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Coastal Carolina because obviously somebody feels something about them. They ranked them 15, so but they could easily lose. But I'm gonna pick Coastal Carolina.
I'm rolling with Coastal Carolina too. Over the past, I have a penchant for finding these smaller schools and kind of following them a little bit. So Alex Atkins, of course, was the offensive coordinator run game from Coastal Carolina. He had a couple. One of the two players got drafted from the offensive line. So I'm gonna go with them because they've been playing good ball for about the past 2 years. So them being 15. Any other normal NCAA year where a lot of these teams are getting knocked off like they are, they're maybe 20, 21, 22. But because everybody's getting knocked off, they kind of get bumped up. App State barely beat Miami. I'm going with Coastal Carolina. Slow, who you got?
True that.
Yeah, the Chanticleers. I'm going with the Coastal.
Goes Coastal Carolina. Mm-hmm. All right. One of the bigger games in recent history, this is going to tell us a lot. Number 9, Oregon at the Fighting Chip Kelly's UCLA 3:30. Chip Kelly, I think, is trying to get back in the top 25. Oregon's trying to continue to position themselves to possibly go to a playoff. Chuck, who you got?
Chip Kelly in an upset. I like the Jet from UCLA, the quarterback. I feel like he's going to make enough plays. It'd be a close game. The fact they're playing at home is why I'm giving them the edge. UCLA, close, but they win.
I'm going Oregon. In a close game. It's going to be closer than what people expect. Because UCLA's offense, they are rolling.
They can play.
Chip Kelly's got that offense rolling. He's got his signal caller, his quarterback.
Got a running back.
I just think Oregon has too many athletes. And eventually, the athletes have to shine. And they
is
have
Thibodeau coming back?
I don't know why.
He might.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
Why? I mean, they already projected him to be the number one pick in the draft. Why come back?
What was his
ankle?
Ankle. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't got paid.
Mm-hmm.
He's projected number one pick. Why come back? Don't make any sense.
So yeah, I'm going with Oregon. Slow, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Ducks as well. UCLA's on the come up, but those games where they learn from. The following year, they take control. So I think Oregon gets them in a close game.
All right, our final NCAA game of the week is LSU versus right now number 13 Ole Miss, 3:30. LSU just fired Ed Orgeron. Are they fired up and playing for the interim coach? Is Ole Miss going to keep going and continue to win?
Ole Miss looked bad yesterday.
They did
against Tennessee. Their defense stepped up, but they looked bad. And LSU looked real good against Florida. It looked real good, especially that running game. My man ran for 287.
LSU's not a bad team, man.
No. And I actually think they're going to play even harder for Ed these last few games since they know that he's going to be gone. I think they're going to play harder for him. I'm picking LSU in an upset.
They're at Ole Miss?
They're in Ole Miss.
Okay.
It's a tough one for me because you don't know which LSU team is going to show up.
Right, true.
Lane Kiffin, he can coach some offense. I'm going Ole Miss. Slow, who you got?
I'm going to take Ole Miss too because the quarterback corral is scrappy. LSU didn't play any defense against Florida. Florida decided not to stop the run. I mean,
they were running the same trap over. And
I think
over
one of the series,
again.
I don't think LSU even threw the ball. They just gave it to a boy, and it was like, what is this? Like, stop him. But LSU, it's a lot of turmoil going around. I think they probably reached their peak. They may have another big, upset left in them, but I think Ole Miss get them.
All right. Well, we're gonna see if I can make a come up next time and jumble these standings up.
I mean, since I'm 15-2, I feel I can roll the dice a little bit on y'all. That's why I'm picking two upsets.
Hey,
I can afford it.
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. Don't miss too much though. But that's gonna do it for who you got.
All right, this weekend, who's that lady? Typically, guy picked an individual to shout out, but seeing as though today's WNBA championship was decided, I figured we had to give a shout out to the ladies of the Chicago Sky. Hell of a game. I don't know if y'all get a chance to watch it, but I did.
No.
Hell of a game. At one point, they was down. I think they were down 9 going into the fourth quarter, and Candace Parker led them to, I think it was a 26-11 fourth quarter for them to come back and win the game by 6. Shout out to Candace Parker. She played her entire career in LA, and a lot of people doubted her when she decided to go back home to Chicago. She's from Naperville, Illinois, and she decided to go back home and play in Chicago and led them girls to a chip. It was a hell of a series. Obviously, Phoenix was a favorite team. They got Diana Taurasi, who's arguably one of the greatest female players of all time. They also got Brittany Griner, who obviously is the big dog, of the women's league right now, 6'8", can dunk off a drop step. But Chicago just played their asses off, led by Candace, who, like I said, she's from Chicago, from the Chicago area. She grew up in Naperville, which is a suburb of Illinois, which she said today she used to get a lot of flack because they say she was from the suburbs and she wasn't really from Chicago. She said, I earned my stripes on the basketball court in Chicago. So shout out to her. You know, 2-time champion. Won with Chicago. She also won in LA. I could go over her accolades. This girl's arguably one of the greatest to ever do it. It don't hurt that like I said, she was able to go home and win one for her home team as well. So shout out to Chicago Sky. Also, first year coach. I forget his name. First year head coach for them comes in, wins the chip his first year. I believe D Brown's daughter is also on the team.
Okay.
So shout out to Chicago Sky as well as Candace Parker for their championship today from the OG Sports Show. It was a great series. I love watching it and look forward to watching them again come next season. So that's it, fellas. That's going to do it for week 20. I still tripping off the fact that this is the 20th show and we ain't had no big to do about it. I wish I had thought about it earlier.
25. We'll do something.
25? All right, we'll make something happen on 25.
25 probably be the end of football season to a playoffs. We'll do something big.
True that. We need to do that. All right. Once again, we appreciate y'all joining us. Appreciate y'all participation. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, SVM Studios. Check out the rest of our podcasts as well. We'll see y'all, about 2 weeks?
Another 2 weeks.
Yes,
we'll be back.